Okay, everyone. This is Bruce from Kraken Gypsies, and today, well, we have a new camera angle, as you guys could tell. That's brought to you by Fish Food, actually. Yeah. Anyways, we're going to do the Starlight Portal today, and the rest of the weekly adventures. They are new. They just came out, more or less. We're going to be playing Annie for the first one, I think. We have Starlight Portal here, as I previously mentioned. The special rules for it is Lingering Shadows. When a unit dies, it grants a random unit in that player's hand +1/+1, and we'll see how we do. That could be kind of difficult, and the reason why I say that is because if we take out a lot of their units, which we might have to, they might get some pretty significant stats. We are going to pick Quick Draw, and that's going to be really good for us with getting Annie, or sorry, with having Annie as our champion. And into that we have the Hextech Observatory as the power of observation, which is its normal power. It summons its namesake, more or less. Okay, we are going to replace the Captive Greyback, but we'll keep the rest of our hand. Yep, and thanks to Quick Draw, Annie is a 0 cost with Guardian's Orb and Gale Force.
Let's go make some friends, Tippers.
Let's get to work.
So, thanks to that, we actually could do a little bit more than we would be able to normally. Yeah, we'll drop down the Legion Saboteur here. And we will use Guile. And we'll use that on the Forge Chief. That way they can't block us, of course. And we're going to attack with just Annie here for a second. And the reason why we're doing that is to utilize our Scout to be able to do that. To be able to use her attack spell again, more or less. Here we want to attack just like this time around, and as you can see, we'll be really close to taking out their Nexus. And that's pretty much just on turn 1. Lucky for us, we did start with the attack token as well. Okay, and now it's turn 3. So we're going to make this as effective as possible. So they could use Drolled on us if they want, but we're just going to use Death's Hand and end. And yeah, we did take 1 Nexus damage, but overall, I think that went pretty smooth. Okay. I really like Bloody Business in general. But until we know what we're getting for our support champion, which comes literally after this, I can't use this currently. Rash Gambler could be okay. So I guess I'll go for that. The reason why I say that is because I could actually use her discard and draw a card mechanic to be able to get, like, Annie. If I don't get her from Hero's Welcome. Or something like that. Well, we don't have all that much discard mechanics in our deck, so there's no point in us looking at Scion. Pantheon might be okay. Varus is kind of whatever. I really like Teemo with Annie. During my last stream, I used the same combination. It was just so fun. So fun. So we have the Smooth Soloist here on this special encounter. So we could buy buffs if we want to. We are sitting on 200 gold, so probably not. But we'll go up against Jay, and we'll take out that item chest real quick. And, right now at least I find more value in the item chest than I would a healing node, because I'm going to be full health whenever I start this match, and we probably won't need it. I'm going to immediately replace our higher cost cards here. The best scenario for us would be to draw Annie turn 1 and have Teemo in hand, or vice versa. So we're going to use the poison dart here first. It's their attack turn anyways. And we'll end the round there. That'll have us keep our 1 mana. And Teemo also has Crystal Carrier, which is going to be really helpful too. Here we drop down our Captive Greyback.
I help when I can. Shut up when I can't.
Okay. We're going to use Guile on the Financier. It doesn't matter if they use Suit Up on it or not. That doesn't change anything. And we're going to attack with everyone here. And we'll be pretty close to ending, actually, off of this attack alone.
Okay, got it. I think maybe.
Okay, so it is their attack turn. We're going to use Death's Hand. We're going to use it on the Pharaoh's Financier, but before we do that, we are actually going to use Guile. And we are going to stun the Practical Perfectionist. They've already used all their mana, so all they can do is attack, as you can see, and we are going to end the game off of this. So hey, there we go.
We did it together.
Another encounter in the bag. Okay, so this is actually kind of tempting, but it being a Fermial isn't. There really isn't anything. There really isn't anything that I want to do. If we draw this, it would be a 4 cost. I think. Yeah, it would be a 4 cost. I guess I'll go for that. We aren't getting good rewards here. We'll definitely go for Hero's Horn on Death's Hand. That's actually pretty good for us. And, honestly, the Solitary Monk's not looking that bad. It's just I don't really want to go up against the Legion Marauders. So we'll go up against the Amateur Aeronaut instead, and we'll see how this goes. Okay, we're going to replace the Prefect and Disintegrate. Alright, of course we drop Annie down turn 1. And we are going to drop down our Legion Saboteur.
No one's the wiser.
And we could do pretty much anything here. There's no point in us using Poison Dart just yet. Guile could be useful, but we'll see how things go. I'm okay if I take out their units, that's why I'm holding off on using Guile. Same goes for Poison Dart. I'd rather use it on their Nexus if I can.
In position.
But if not, that's okay too. Nice, so we completely wiped their board on this attack. I could hold off on using Poison Dart because we do have Disintegrate. And thanks to Gale Force, Annie's pretty much excluded from experimental design. Since she always comes back to our hand.
It's playtime.
Well, yeah, I guess I'll just do this real quick. I'll skip the block, I'll eat the 4 damage. I'm using Disintegrate on it mostly for the Hextech Fabricator 3. But unlucky for us, we got bonded bucklers on the Legion Saboteur. Now, Legion Saboteur is probably going to be stunned for the entire game thanks to experimental design. Hopefully we get lucky and we can make it elusive, but what can you do? Oh, damn. That's kind of nuts. Alright, so that's a really strong PoC pup.
Wherever you are.
And it is our attack turn, too. Yeah. I guess we'll just stun the patch Porobot before we go for an attack. Okay, and we are going to attack with Annie, utilizing our scout, of course.
Annie.
Okay, now we have a pretty big attack here. If they don't block correctly, we'll win. Unlucky for us, they did. But they have a pretty high chance of drawing a shroom, I feel. Or rather, a puff cap. So we should be fine. Well, that wasn't the case, but that's still okay. We'll use Guile on the Amateur Aeronaut. They used most of their mana. They only have, well, one normal mana left, especially after dropping his Scrap Dash assembly. We drop down Annie here.
It's playtime.
And we'll also drop down a Mana Soul Student. I guess I should have used a cheaper one, but I can drop it down now too. I went around there. Yeah, I kind of have to do this, huh? We're going to use the Spellslinger. We're just going to immediately take out the Patch Porobot. And we capture one of their Amateur Aeronauts. And dropping down the Spellslinger triggered the Mana Souls, Magic Embers, which ended the game. Okay, Yordle Newbie's okay. Yeah, I'm not complaining about that, I guess. We'll go into the shop here. Focusing Crystal on the Captive Greyback's pretty good for us. Wild Inspiration is actually really good for us, too. So I think that's what my choice will be this time. I guess I should have only bought one copy of that. Oh well. We'll heal to full health before taking on Karma. I didn't realize the mini boss would have been Karma.
Trust your spirit.
I should have looked ahead, but that's okay. So Karma here has their normal power. So both sides will start with 10 mana, making my quick draw and the last power I picked completely useless. We are going to hold on to Disintegrate, but we are going to replace the Prefect. And hopefully we get Annie from here as welcome. Well, that works too. Okay, well, we're pretty set. We're going to drop down Annie here first. We have an extra copy of her just in case. We're going to utilize Annie's Scout phase first to see if I can get the Droll Protector to block us, which happened, so I'm happy. That's good.
Peace begins within.
Oh no, what am I ever going to do? Oh wait. Alright, so we are going to use Poison Dart, and we are going to follow it up with Disintegrate.
It all falls down.
They don't have any mana, so they can't do anything about this. Alright, and we're going to drop down Teemo. Although him having Crystal Carrier is not going to help us all that much, this is still okay.
There's enough for everyone.
Alright, and we're going to end the round there, because there's nothing else for us to really do.
Very neat.
Okay, we are going to drop Guile on the Adept Shadebender. Alright, we are going to drop down the Yordle Newbie.
Good scout never backs down.
Tenacity through trial.
We're going to drop down Annie.
Let's go make some friends, Tippers.
Ready for the fight.
And we are going to use Death Sand on everyone, basically. And we're going to skip the block.
Am I winning? Scouting
This
all
is actually pretty neat.
this?
So we have our board completely filled. Thanks to Death Sand and it being duplicated twice. Alright, as per usual, we start by dropping down Annie. And we are going to use Guile this time around. Actually, no, we're going to use it on the same target.
Is that creaking the branches of my bones?
We're going to attack with Annie here. None of our other units have Scout, so she's the only one.
Patrol 1, Patrol 2, Patrol 3.
And now, we're going to go for broke here. We're just going to attack with everyone.
Grace against fury.
Yeah, I was going to say, it is possible for them to survive, but, yeah, they're not going to have a fun time.
Size doesn't mean everything. Now it's ruined.
Alright, we're going to drop down Teemo's Mushroom Cloud. And that's going to level up Teemo.
Planting your mushrooms right.
We'll drop down to Puffcat Pup as well. We'll end around there.
Lovely. Very neat.
If they draw a single shroom, it's over. And they have 18 shrooms in
Some seek
their
a
deck.
path, others a foe.
We drop Guile here, this time on their Swole Squirrel.
Up the trees.
Okay. We're just going to sacrifice our Yordle Newbie real quick, and we're going to block like this. We're going to keep our Teemo.
My time comes. Finally.
And we're going to drop down the Legion Saboteur,
I have my orders.
as well as Annie, of
Come
course.
on, Tippers. It's playtime.
And we'll end around there. We pretty much win regardless at this point.
Some friends, Tippers.
So I'm just going to have a little bit of fun first. This is actually pretty good for us. We're going to use Meteor Shower. We're going to deal 6 to the Droll Protector, and we are going to deal damage to the Swole Squirrel, which is going to take it out as well. Now, they have 8 mana in total, but they only have 1 card in hand, as you can see. We are going to attack, and we're going to end. We might as well attack with everyone then. And we'll get a couple rewards from this. Our Nexus would go back to full health, but it already is at full health. So we don't have anything to worry about there.
Never underestimate the power of the Scout's Code.
Okay, so we'll go for Shadow Totem on Teemo. I don't really care all that much to have Shadow Totem on Annie with her having Gale Force. And we are definitely not going to go for Sticky Fingers. Nab is like the bane of our existence at this point. And none of those powers are really great. Yipp's Genius is actually really good for us though, so we'll go for that. And we'll try to take on the Green Glade Caretaker, although I know that's a harder encounter. I really want the champion item chest. Alright, so we're going to replace the Captive Greyback and one of the Popcat Pups. Aside from that, this hand's pretty good. Nice. We open up with the attack token too, so this is fantastic. We'll drop down Annie first. We might get cost reduction or something on Teemo. We didn't. That's okay. Okay, and yeah, we're gonna drop down Teemo, speaking of which. We're gonna use Guile here. It's free. We're gonna drop down the Legion Saboteur. We're gonna use our Poison Dart on their Nexus. And we're gonna attack. Not with Teemo first, but with Annie and her Scout. Now, if you've seen our other videos, or if you're tuning in a little bit late, these are the relics that we're running on Annie. We're running Gale Force, Guardian's Orb, and Banshee's Veil. I really like Banshee's Veil on her, even if we got her to level 30 and had 3 rare relics to choose from. I think it actually does a lot for us, because it discourages the AI from using spells on her. And Spell Shield always comes back whenever we play her again, and she's always going back into our hand. So it's really perfect for us. Anyways, that's our turn 1. We have this in the bag already. Okay, we open up with Guile. We drop down Annie.
Come out, wherever you are.
We drop down the Yordle Newbie. We drop down our Popcat Pup. And we call it a day. We got the Titan's Axe. Oh, that's pretty good.
Come on, Tibbers. It's playtime.
Annie is then a 1 cost, so now she gets bonus stats. Oh, I'd be wasting my Captive Greyback if I did that. We'll use Guile here, and we're going to stun the Flower Child. And at the same time, we're going to use Death's Hand on the Green Glade Caretaker. Alright, we drop down Teemo's Mushroom Cloud here real quick.
Grow free.
And that levels up Teemo. There's nothing that they can do, so we're just gonna go for it. Yeah, that was pretty good.
A Vandal Scout leaves no trace.
We are definitely going to go for Annie with the Farsight Alteration. That's really good. That way I don't have to pick it whenever I have this. And we are going to... Oh, this is actually a hard choice. So I can't have Iceborne Gauntlet on either of them. So I guess that's not that hard of a choice. But it's whether or not I want Mana Deposit or Special Delivery on Teemo. Oh, I guess I should go for Special Delivery. And we have a shop here. The Ravenbloom Conservatory is good. It's one of Annie's cards. I almost always see it whenever I pick Annie. So we'll just go for one copy of that. I don't want that to flood our deck. And we're going to go up against Anea, the Steel Crescendo. And we'll see how this goes. Okay, we replace the Yordle Ranger there, but I'll keep everything else. Okay, it's our defensive round. We're still going to drop Annie down first.
Nothing like the great outdoors.
That was a bad misplay. I shouldn't have done that. Damn it. Oh well. Poison Dart.
Pew, pew.
I should have held off on using Teemo.
Right.
I wasted a Shadow Totem because it's not our attacker and I jumped the gun. Alright, we'll drop Annie down again.
Come out wherever you are.
Hey, Teemo has Scout now. Uh-oh. Oh, they're in trouble. We'll drop down our Mana Soul Student. It got some stats from Teemo dying.
That sounds like fun.
And, yeah, we're pretty much going to end here.
So cool.
There's enough for everyone.
Okay, we drop down Teemo's Mushroom Club before we attack again. This levels up Teemo.
Success is planting your mushroom club.
And we attack once again.
Well, not history.
And it should come out to the exact amount as you can see there. But we'll see if they do anything. Nope, doesn't seem like it. Alright, there we go.
We did it together.
Nice. We got some region road upgrades, completions, I don't know what you want to call them. We'll go for the Puffcat Pup that Shadow Totem. Shadow Totem is probably, honestly, one of the best things that you can get on this adventure for this Starlight Portal because of the power that because of the map power, basically. We're going to go for the Crystal Carrier here on Teemo. Teemo stays on the board. Crystal Carrier lets us play, I don't know, higher cost cards faster, so I'm cool with it. I could have cut a card there. I probably should have.
It is my mouth into which all travels end.
But it didn't really matter. We're going to go up against Kench here, which is the final boss of the Starlight Portal, once again. It has the power Big Beast, so when they summon a unit, it's granted 3 additional health. We're going to replace the Yordle Ranger, the Prefect. We're going to keep the Mana Soul Student, and we are going to replace the Yordle Newbie. Nice. Okay. We don't have the attack token, so I'm going to try to not make the same mistake I did last time. Try is a big word. We drop down Guile first. Our Guile's free. Why is it free? Because we have Wild Inspiration.
The journey is difficult. These will protect you.
Okay, well, we can't do anything really against that, but we can drop down Annie.
Come out wherever you are.
we could technically block this too.
Hurt you.
And he's just going to go back into our hand. So, yeah, that's perfectly fine. We'll use Poison Dart here. We won't use Poison Dart here. I thought I would, but I do need to remember that my deck mostly spams 1-cost units. They usually don't do too well against TAHM Kench. So I'm going to be a little bit more passive.
Playtime.
What the hell?
Smells like burning.
Okay. Poison Dart, go.
Bullseye.
Protect.
It feels like we should have enough damage to actually end here. They have 2 mana, so they can still play something, but doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. We drop down to Scout. And we go for broke.
Armed and ready.
Yeah, it'll be pretty close.
Smells like burning. Yes. There's enough for everyone. Success is planting your
I should have used their Puff Cap Pups first.
Puffcaps.
That was kind of a misplay whenever I went for that attack. Because if I did it the other way, I would have got more out of it. That's okay. I mean, we still have a huge Teemo. Our Teemo is very strong.
I've been propagating the appetite.
Okay, he could use Acquired Taste if he wanted to. So before he does that, I'm dropping Disintegrate on him. That way, if he does it, it takes him out. Alright, we drop down Annie.
Go make some friends, Tibbers.
Okay. We're pretty much just testing the waters here. We'll drop down our Mana Soul Student and we'll end here.
Play with Tibbers?
Okay, that sounds like fun.
That was really silly of them.
It's too late now.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, that didn't really do anything.
Cool.
Apparently the Mana Soul Student liked that. But yeah.
Together.
So there's the Starlight Portal. I hope you guys had an easy time with it too. Just like we did. If you end up watching this on YouTube, feel free to like and to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check us out live on Twitch.